welcome back again to some 0K action. It's going to be a pretty big team game on the Talus Wet map. Yes, on the Talus Wet map. It's got a version number after it. I can't remember what the hell it is. It's, as you can see, it's actually kind of similar, even more so than I thought it'd be, to the other map that we had. But, well, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, okay, yeah. This time there's no land access at all without a bit of terraforming. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. So we'll see what happens actually. I'll skip the pre-game chatter. I believe I'll be in the top right team. Yep, Lightman myself with the battle engine seer. So keep in mind this is before the com nerf that's happened. Oh, okay then. But yeah, as you can see we do still have some bits here for... access by hovercraft and amphibious, and we'll see what happens. In case, I'm actually going for amphibious myself, and my ally, homeless Casey, not homeless Casey, is going for a quick shipyard actually with a quick typhoon as well. No one in the opposing team seems to be doing that, and okay, this is actually looking a bit similar to the last game. Whoops. Well, they are very much different games actually, and this one should be, well, I'm pretty sure it should be a bit more full on once it starts going, yeah, once it gets going. Well, I can remember anyway. We'll see what happens. In any case, Patrician coming up to the northwest, pretty much uncontested. He will get revealed by our Avenger though, and that's, okay, Madio Cruzius' not engineer, his Avenger, he manages to spot all that, so there we go, thankfully, the element of surprise is going to be somewhat lost, although these convicts say they might get targeted by the fleas, possibly. We'll see what happens. You can see the Avenger continuing to fly around just to spot absolutely everything. Actually got a very early Screamer as well, but it doesn't seem to be getting built actually, so very early Screamer, probably a bit too early actually. And it is pretty long ranged actually, so probably better off putting it on top of this point here rather than all the way at the back there, so very strange move by our opponents there, but what can you do? As myself, yeah, just getting not much really in terms of offensive stuff. I've only got the battle engine seer up to level 1, so it's got the shoddy and the auto repair system. Apart from that, yeah, actually I'll probably be meeting up with Skin 36 by the looks of things. Thorak, he does have hovercraft, and yeah, well actually I won't go through the different players and all that. You can see who's got what more or less. So there you go, and we actually do have a bit of a breakthrough by Thorak, or at least through the flea line. Unfortunately I won't be able to break... Oh, no, actually, never mind. It actually belongs to our opponents. Okay, then, well, maybe they'll try to break through our lines in that case, rather than break from towards the west, since the west is already technically theirs. Although, well, quite a few bandits, and this guy is morphing to level 2, though. What is his level 1 thing? Shoddy. Actually, that's going to be absolute dynamite versus bandits. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take out Patrician's commander anytime soon. Let's see. No, actually, no. These guys might have stood a chance maybe if they used the shields for cover. Nah, actually these convicts really should be getting the hell out of there as well. Actually, looks like this guy is just on... Well, he was... I'm pretty sure he was on attack move there, not anymore. And here we go, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, the shields were depleted way too quickly, so... Too bad for that. We do know exactly what's happening though, and it doesn't seem to be any other follow-up for Patrician when it comes to the Spider Factory. Actually, what... Okay, I thought he had 2 commanders. Where is his... Oh, okay, so he's the one going for airplanes. No problemo. Just shotgunning the... sorry, shotgunning everything as well that's in his path. Sounds like a plan. So unfortunately we are a bit on the back foot, but if there's one good thing that can be said, it's... oh, that's good. Anyway, if there's one good thing that can be said, it's the fact that we do have alright control of the naval passageway, well, the river basically. Since we do have, well, we're the only team that actually has dedicated naval craft for this map, and well, we'll see how that works out actually. Unfortunately, we do have level 3 commander for Patrician now, and yep, getting a second shoddy, auto for the shed, so he's going to be able to fire extremely frequently, auto repair system as well, so he's going to be that much more of a pain in the ass to take out, especially since he's a recon guy, so he'll be able to jump around like mad. Basically it's going to come down to taking him out with bombers most likely, or disarming him actually, that could work as well, but I think bombers might be a bit better. In fact, what the hell is this guy oh, okay, Of course, it's not going forward because Patrician's vamps are there. Well, Bomber's coming in now, though. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Actually managing to... Actually, no, I don't think he dodged... Well, actually, he dodged that one, but he didn't drop his bomb. And, yeah, unfortunately, it isn't going to work. Superman level 1 for Dark GF, trying to do a bit of damage. Unfortunately, it's just way too underpowered versus this commander, and he's actually just going to go straight into alliance. So this could be the end of our team. Well, they could inflict a really grievous blow on us. This guy did actually get temporarily disarmed, but only temporarily, so I don't know what the hell actually did that, to be honest. But there we go, a couple of Zeus's coming in should help. And wow, this guy, Dark GL, really being brave with his commander there. Not really sure why he thought that charging a double shotgun commander was a good idea, but there we go. At the very least, we do have local naval superiority, and we do have a Crusader as well, so we'll be able to do a good job shooting everything at long range. I'm pretty sure, yep, he outranges the Urchin, just by pure vision check alone. Unfortunately for us, though, we've got a bit of a gap in our defences, and halberds combined with scalpels are unfortunately going to make their way through. We've even got an early Big Bertha. Okay, well the Stardust I somewhat agree with, but the Big Bertha most definitely not. Actually, the Stardust could be positioned a bit better, actually, now that I think of it, but whatever, we'll see how this stuff fares versus dedicated naval. Technically, the ship factory, in my opinion anyway, it should be overall better in the water versus pretty much any factory, because it's meant to specialise in that field. But well, it's not to say that hovercraft and amphibious bots can't do well, especially when mixed in with mixed in with dedicated naval units. Especially scallop spam is a real pain in the ass to try to counteract. And we actually got a level 5 commander right in the middle of our base, actually, so this could very much end the game for us. Too powerful indeed, actually. Yes. But we do have this guy not even being disarmed, actually. God damn. Managing to actually dodge most of the shots of the stiletto, actually. So what does he actually have, actually? So he's even got high caliber barrel, mostly just auto repair and auto shotgun. High caliber barrels, an interesting one to use with shotguns and the auto flechette, but well, I suppose it all provides positive benefits. So there you go. This guy is basically going to be a near unstoppable machine in close quarter combat. So very unfortunate. What can you do? And yeah, indeed, this thing is going to take forever to build. I suppose if we can actually get the thing built, it'd be great. But really, we've got a fucking commander in the middle of our base. We should be doing something about it. Actually, what the hell am I doing? So producing just pure scallops now, and oh, actually there we go. Actually, so my guy's just at level 2, not much really, but I am actually expanding to the expanding towards the southwest. Actually, unfortunately, I do have a bit of a hole in my defences. Concha is going to get taken out. In fact, this mace could actually just keep on going, and he actually will. I'm pretty sure he can just take out everything that's here. Actually going to be targeting the Razor, strange enough, and actually letting the defender getting a few more shots in him. What the hell is he doing? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. The terrain, of course. This terrain is not particularly good for hovercraft, of course. So I'm actually managing to get quite a few free shots on him. Probably not going to be enough. Although with the Lotus assisting, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Nope, down he goes, and Lotus barely manages to take out that mace. God damn. And yeah, that guy definitely needs to die. He's rampaging throughout our base. We're somehow managing to hold together. Unfortunately, it looks like our entire navy... Really? Our entire navy's destroyed? Wow, okay, things are really looking dire for us, actually. Scouts by Jami, or his opponent, of course. Okay, I think he might have done a bit of a sneak attack and just taken everything out. We didn't have adequate... oh, indeed. We didn't have adequate defenses against that. We also got level 5 Moloch Commander. Heat Ray and Concussion Shot, as well as damage boosters. Okay. Interesting, and he's cloaked as well. This should be interesting. Actually, I should have checked to see what his damage here was. Concussion Shell, so 500 range, 252 for that. Bit of damage there. Okay, not too shabby actually, so he can definitely be a pain in the ass. He's unfortunately not going to die anytime soon, and this commander... Well, Patrician is not dead yet either. Actually, what is he doing? He's got the advantage. He's actually all the way back here, so... Interesting. Thankfully, he's not pushing further into our heartlands. Otherwise, we'd really be completely screwed by now. Although he does seem to have been disarmed, actually, so as long as we can keep him disarmed, we should be alright. He's going to be able to take quite a bit of damage, but yeah, as long as the... what the hell's firing those disarming missiles anyway? Where is this? Ah, here we go, here's the Racketeer. Yep, as long as we keep firing missiles at him, yep, we should be able to keep him disarmed. Bombers should be able to keep on coming down. And, well, there you go. We hopefully will be alright. My commander, where is he? Right here. Oh my god, it's so close to freaking Moloch commander. How is he not detecting him, actually? Does he? Wait a minute, Zavender, is that? Oh, okay, whoops, that actually belongs to my ally, I believe. Whoops. From somewhere or other. Okay, so maybe I was referring to this commander who's a bombardier. A bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. Well, this commander, well, we'll see how it works out, actually. In case my own commander's at level 3. Doing a bit of damage, and yeah, concussion shot definitely doing quite a bit of damage as well. Such a shame it takes a long time to reload. Oh yes, actually a good idea to set it to guide his shields indeed. Where the hell's that commander, actually? I think we killed him off. Where is his wreckage? Let's see. Ah, here we go. Right there. Down he goes. Very nicely done, and yeah, now I actually got a bit of a shield ball slash... Okay, shield ball slash... hovercraft ball coming in as well. Actually, we should be sending them towards the centre as quickly as possible. These two Venoms are not going to be able to do too much, and... interesting, I should be on caretakers first. Well, actually, Stardust will be able to do a bit of damage. Although Scalpers, I think, outrange them. Let's just have a look. Yep, 450 to 410. Very unfortunate, although the Scalpers, not the Scalpers, the Stardust are doing a great job versus the Halberds at the very least. And actually, some of these Scalpers are actually getting a bit too close. Who to think? A little bit too cocksure, as it were. I suppose, yeah, the Recluse will sort of drive the Scalpers back, well, temporarily anyway, but as you can see, we've still got a pretty critical situation in the northwest and the south. Not the south, sorry, the centre. And the south is barely holding. My battle engines here getting up to level 3, morphing to level 4 actually, with a fancy area shield, and yeah, we'll be able to tank the shots from this bomb commander just fine actually. In fact, his shield is actually recharging faster than... actually the flames, they don't seem to be doing any residual damage to the shields from what I can tell. Huh. Okay, that's something to keep in mind, it seems. Interesting indeed. And there we go, we're finally going to finish off the Spider Factory. We still have to worry about this encroachment of... Okay, this is the second commander by him. And we still have to worry about this second encroachment of enemy units. So you've got an enemy commander there, it doesn't really matter. It's just comm level 0, it's not going to do too much. Scouts by Jami also coming in, they're going to be a massive pain in the ass to deal with. The Bertha is... I can just see... Yep, it's still several minutes away from getting constructed, so... Very big mistake in my opinion building something like that early on, although if we can actually live long enough, that'll be absolutely great. And actually the Recluse should be able to kite these guys relatively easily actually. Pretty bad accuracy on the missiles, but we should be able to take them out. We've actually suffered quite a bit of economic damage. Just scroll up, actually I didn't realise I just scrolled down there. Let's see, Team 2 is us actually. We don't have an economic advantage, that much is certain. Zvender's still continuing to do damage with his Moloch commander. Okay, not sure what he... that was strange, not sure what the hell he's doing there. But yeah, in any case, he definitely does need help to say the least. He's trying to kite as well as possible with his penetrator. It's getting way too close actually. In fact, he's actually pausing briefly there, not going to help it too much, and down he goes. Yeah, no help for you indeed, it seems. Where the hell is my stuff actually? I think my commander's... No, my commander's still alive. He's at level 4. His shields are still up, only barely. And I've also got a boy up for some reason as well. What the hell am I doing with my units? Ah, okay, I'm sending them to help. Okay, well there we go. At least I'm helping with my boys, which sort of counter the scalpels, or at least they attack them on their own terms. These things are very strange, actually, the way they work. They're sort of skirmishers, but they sort of get countered by skirmishers as well. It's just... Yeah. I don't know. It's very strange. Maybe the AI isn't... I don't think they use skirmish AI actually, so maybe that's why they get countered by skirmishers actually. Unless if you micro them backwards shooting at the same time. But in any case, I think I'm just using these guys on attack move. Got plenty of bombs being dropped though, plenty of napalm, let it burn. should be able to take care of this attack relatively easily. Unfortunately, we do still have really a chainsaw actually being built. Wow. Yeah, chainsaw actually being built, bizarrely enough. Thankfully, we are going to be spotting it and bombing it before it gets constructed. And we just have a few enemy forces to worry about in terms of Hobcraft. The northwest has been secured. The south, on the other hand, is... well, we haven't secured it. At least I do actually have the mexes there, so I'll be able to gain, well, metal for as long as possible. Battle engines here is forced to retreat, but at the same time he's not destroyed, and his battle drone is actually going to stay behind and try to do a bit of damage, so... yeah, we'll see what happens actually. This Moloch is really being a pain in the ass for opponents actually. Unfortunately, he is getting disarmed, so he's going to have to retreat as well, but our commanders are staying alive, unlike most of our opponents' commanders, so there we go, there's that to consider. Enforcer's also going to come in to do a bit of a long-range damage. Unfortunately, the bomb is... actually, I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to out-damage and outrange this. Pretty sure he is. Yeah. Although it doesn't really matter, they're in range of each other anyway. Definitely needs to get Enforcer out of... sorry, needs to get the Enforcer out of the way of the flames. And yeah, funny thing about napalm is that because of the way it burns, it actually... I'm pretty sure it actually does burn on top of water in real life, so this is actually, well, realistic behaviour of napalm, I'm pretty sure, because of the way it burns. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it burns in real life. Well, maybe not quite as how it's depicted in game, but yeah, it does actually burn on top of water, strange enough. A follow-up of scallops by opponents will most likely destroy our shipyard, unless if the long-range bombardment destroys it first, and unfortunately we're going to be forced to retreat. Homeless Casey's got a level 3 commander of some description, but it does not have any underwater weapons. Neither does Battle Engine Seer, but thankfully our commanders do survive at the very least. We do still have a pretty big encampment of enemies here, and they are going to be rebuilding that chainsaw. Northwest still secure, and southwest, they're thankfully... southeast, sorry. They're not actually taking the southeast at all, actually, so there we go, managing to get some free metal coming in, better than I think. Unfortunately, yeah, the shipyard is going to get destroyed. We're going to be ceding sea control. Yeah, these scallops are just such a massive pain in the ass versus naval craft in general. I think that might have been changed a bit, maybe, in a recent patch. I can't remember, but in any case, yeah, scallops definitely a pain in the ass. Amassing them, they can actually be pretty effective versus dedicated naval craft even. But good news is we actually do have a big bertha up finally. My god, man, what the hell is this thing even firing at? Actually, what about its range? Yep, it can pretty much reach almost until the corner of the map, so the Singularity Reactor is safe, unfortunately. But it can basically, well, work on whittling down this attack, and it's not doing that actually, it's firing at something else. Okay, it might be firing at the Screamer actually, which, well, it does have a pretty long range. Actually covers our entire northwest, in fact. Doesn't have any range over the middle though, so I'm not sure if I agree with that actually getting targeted. If that's actually getting targeted at all, it might just be aiming at something else. In any case, my battle engines here should do a good job versus the scallops. Unfortunately, they will get into the shield before unleashing their payload. Fortunately though, my commander, yeah, should be able to take the damage pretty easily though. Shotguns versus shotguns, there's something I don't see quite as often. I just got this thing, taking pretty significant amounts of damage, but it does have one single auto repair system. I'm pretty sure they've changed that in a more recent version of that commander. So there we go, the battle lines are stabilising somewhat. We do still have the Razor to worry about, and a couple of Scalpels, nothing really too severe. Although these Penetrators are going to be a massive pain in the ass, especially since they do have control over the water for the time being, so these guys can retreat to the relative safety of the water if they want to. Although Big Bertha firing at them, well, provided that they can actually hit them, I suppose that'll spell the end for them. There definitely are glass cannons only having 1,000 hit points apiece. And yeah, but unfortunately no, it doesn't look like this. Wait a minute. Really? These felons can actually go underwater? Oh, okay, that's interesting to note. Nope, it's not actually a comm at all. Interesting. In any case, yeah, these Big Berthas will hopefully... we're going to be actually retargeting entirely. So unfortunately, unfortunately they do still have control over the waves, and they are actually going to be bombarding us as well. This bomb commander definitely being a pain in the ass. Is well, actually, he's not actually able to target that much more. Actually, if he gets himself over here, he'll easily be able to target the gunship plant, but thankfully not doing that just yet. What about their radar? No, that actually... wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no, yeah, that belongs to the enemy. Okay. So, okay, this is very interesting radar coverage. Okay. Huh. So I don't think they can actually see over here, if I understand this correctly. Very strange indeed. Well, in any case, yeah, we're also initiating a bit of a bombing run as well, managing to stun, not to stun, sorry, but to disarm loads of things. Unfortunately, several things have not been disarmed, and the commander, I think he's kind of hard to tell. Oh no, there he is. He's underwater. He's alive and underwater. Thankfully, our bombers can reach him, provided we can actually detect him. He barely manages to stay alive though, and he's probably going to be staying under there for a bit of a while. So, okay, apparently short bots, possibly even cloakies, can actually go underwater still, or maybe it's just a bit of a glitch, or could just be a random thing. Not really too certain at all, actually. Very strange indeed. And this battle engine here needs to get the hell away from there, actually. Ah, well, trying what we can. This counterattack of scalpels and penetrator, yeah, should be able to destroy these guys with relative ease, and might actually be able to regain control over the waves. We still do have to worry about these scalpels, but we do have our own scalpels. Well, I have my own scalpels coming in. The scalpels versus scalpels, unfortunately, we do have superior numbers by our opponents, I think. No, actually, no, it depends on how we position them and all that, so we'll see what happens there, actually. So, yep, we're definitely managing to push our opponents back, and the fact that we got us a big Bertha out basically means we can engage other targets of opportunity. Opponents are actually starting to build anti-nukes as well. I'm not seeing any other super weapons coming out though, just having a look at the map here, nothing else seems to be coming out. We do have singularity reactors, Moho geothermals for the super stuff, I guess you could say. But apart from that, yeah, no actual, no other super weapons apart from the big Bertha. So there you go. Patrician's actually got another level 5 commander out. Yeah, let's have a look. Yep, seems to be about the same thing. So, is history going to repeat itself, or will he get taken out? Well, he's definitely taking quite a bit of damage. He is out of there, barely manages to survive though. My god, man. Only a few hundred hit points, a couple of scallops will massacre him pretty easily, but unfortunately he does manage to barely get out of there. History might actually repeat itself, we'll see what happens. More blade shells being dropped by the commander. Sonar station also being built as well, just to... Actually, it's got pretty good range there. Yeah, just to make sure that, you know, if anything tries to go underwater, they'll know. And actually quite a bit of reclaim in the water as well, actually. But we do have our own long-ranged stuff coming in as well. Let's just have a look actually where this will land and what damage it'll do. Bam, so it'll do a bit of stunning damage actually, and... Let's see, what is the next... It's a tactical nuke. Well, he should be launching it. Actually, could be launching a napalm missile instead. He needs to be launching something to follow this up, though, for God's sake. But nope, damn it, this homeless case, he definitely needs slightly better micro on his missiles. Going to be building another EMP missile, but he didn't have any follow-up there, so yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. Very strange. And of course, he's notified this anti-guy to the fact that, yes, he does indeed have a missile launcher, which is just freaking dandy. Even building a behemoth of all things, he actually have decent range on the commander. If he can get right up to this edge here, we'll be able to detect the behemoth. Huh, okay, yeah, more short bots walking underwater, what to think. And apparently I'm going to be probing here. I actually got my own scallop span, basically, and actually they even got a reef coming in. Wow. A bit of a ballsy maneuver since they don't actually have a naval superiority. You don't really want to build this sort of stuff, you know, when your opponents have got naval superiority, to say the least. Although, well, I'm not getting rid of it as quickly as I'd like to. Although it will get destroyed anyway. There's no way I'm going to let that thing get built up once I detect it. I do still have hovercraft to worry about, but my scallops might be able to do a bit of damage. Although against Jummy's scallops it's going to be a bit tricky. These guys are in a line though, so if I can attack them in enfilade, we'll have a bit of an advantage. We'll see what happens though. This commander's still continuing, this bomb still continuing to bombard us. Another EMP missile will be ready shortly. I don't think any more have been launched. Nope, and we got... we actually got Cloaky... not Cloaky, he's just Sneaky Pete's being used to hide this enemy swarm. Mostly from radar really, because the shield producing units will still be revealed. I'm pretty sure they're still... won't be revealed under the radar there. From our radar, should I say, and they're actually building up their own radar as well. So there you go, just freaking dandy, and they've got their own freaking screamers, so my battle engine seers Drones not faring too well, and unfortunately I'm going to be walking right into the middle of an ambush. Actually, these urchins are not going to give me a good time at all. I actually got a grizzly coming in, but really this is not a good angle to engage at all. Very bad mistake by myself. We'll see what happens though. He is coming in. And indeed, yeah, scouting for supers would probably be a good idea. I don't see any others on the map though. We'll see what happens. Commander's taking crap loads of damage, so is the Grizzly. Grizzly thankfully managing to get out of there though. And the Commander is barely alive. He's actually almost completely disarmed for that matter. He's almost dead in fact, and nope, unfortunately has gone down. Very massive waste by myself. I did not have to sacrifice him like that at all, charging a prepared position like that. The Grizzly is, not the Grizzly, but anyway, the Grizzly is still alive though, and probably should be going after the urchins first. Unfortunately, Skin 36 is actually going to be counter-attacking from the other direction, actually, with his own Grizzly. That'll probably spell the end of mine, actually, so too bad it didn't just go for the urchins as well, so I'm going to have to deal with them again if I happen to attack from that fucking angle, which is just freaking grand. So this Big Bertha, well, it has been shooting around for most of the game. That hasn't really done anything too consequential though. No other super weapons being built either, apart from I suppose the Behemoth, which well, let's see, it is shooting at something. I think it's shooting at the shield ball. By the looks of things. Wait a minute, oh, we've got a second Behemoth being built. There you go. Very nicely done. And here we go, this is the game winner for them, the Detriment. So there we go, definitely going to be quite the super weapon. Going to take a bit of a while to be built, but seeing as the lines do seem to be pretty stable for the time being, well, it does look like the... oh, ouch. Oh, okay, I think that was the EMP and nuclear missile combo there, death combo indeed. So they didn't have more follow-up for that, but there you go. There we go, yep, down he goes and takes out various other things with him, very nicely done. So yes, nice follow-up with the Big Berthas actually, I forgot about them for some reason. But yeah, battle lines are relatively stable, although they could actually change all these scallops that are coming in. We do have a sonar station, and I think it still works by line of sight, so I think maybe a couple of them on the periphery would have been detected, but I think the other ones that were behind these cliffs like that, I don't think they would have been detected. And we've actually got boats being built pretty much right next to us even. In fact, the sonar station should have detected that, should have detected the shipyard and the boats that are coming out of it. And hell, well, we'll see what his response is going to be. Big Bertha is continuing to shoot, no other super weapons for opponents coming in. We do have plenty of anti-nukes being built, no actual nukes, and the Detriment is... oh my, he's actually going to be out much sooner than previously thought. What the fuck? Ah, okay. Okay, I was wondering what the hell is happening there. Yeah, we actually did try to terraform a wall here, but we either... okay, we seem to have... okay, so either the builders were killed before they could finish it, or the terraform was stopped. So a bit of a shame, but what can you do? Crap loads of scallops coming in by Jummy, and what we have here is not going to be enough to stop them, to say the least. My god, man. So I don't know why there weren't any defenses set up here. I mean, presumably it was because we were trying to form a bit of a wall here. Unfortunately though, it wasn't enough. It needed to be a little bit more complete, so I don't know if that was because it was cancelled or something else. We'll see what happens. The thugs are trying everything they can, but there's just loads of scallops. They're actually going to be ignoring the space altogether. It's actually pretty easy pickings for Jummy, but nope, he's actually proceeding towards the east. Okay, he's actually going to be coming in with scallops from this angle, although the urchin, strange enough... wow, it's actually throwing these things onto the ground before they home in on the scallops themselves. Very nicely done, actually. So yeah, these guys, yeah, once they come in, the stingers will also have a nice little surprise for them. Sorry, nice little surprise for them, as well as a couple of our own friendly scallops. Fortunately, Jummy has set up a bit of a beachhead here, and yeah, it's just rampaging through our lines, basically. Could be doing a bit more damage, actually. In fact, surprised we're not getting just a couple of Big Bertha shots against the swarm. I mean, they're pretty inaccurate, but really, against a group this big and this bunched up, we should be able to get 1 or 2 shots land on the scallop group pretty quickly, actually. Well, we'll see what happens though. The Detriment is still getting constructed, I believe. Attrition is level 5, Commander still alive. Detriment is less than a minute away, actually. Actually, no, wait a minute. Okay, depending on how much is being pumped into it, it's roughly 1 minute away. We do have a nice little shield ball, which Dark GL is sending away. Okay, there we go. Finally, he's deciding to send him towards the scallops, certainly taking his time there. And we're also getting massive frame rate droppage as well. I'm actually trying to mount another attack with my scallops on the grizzly. Well, if I can actually take out this level 5 commander, it would be worth it, even if I'm giving quite a bit of metal for them as well. Getting a bit of help from the... Okay, anyway, a bit of help from the big berthas, but unfortunately the shields are just way too powerful. What we need are some disarming bombers. Scalpers are doing what they can though, and I think they actually are managing to yeah, get some of these units underwater. Unfortunately they're still hitting the shields, and yeah, once they go above water they're going to get targeted pretty quickly, to say the least. Well, this commander, he has sustained quite a bit of damage. He is, like, no, never mind, he actually is healing up too quickly, unfortunately. These scalpers continue to come in from Jummy. He actually does manage to bypass Dark Gel's army, so actually not bad manoeuvring by him there, if I do say so. Dark Gel, what the fuck is he doing with this army? Why isn't he sending him towards these scallops? I mean, granted, there's actually not that many of them, and we've actually got... Okay, why the hell do we have that many anti-nuke builds? I don't know. Sinnoh he's got an interesting style of play. I'll certainly say that much. And never mind, looks like the rest of these scallops will be cleaned up. Although we do have crap loads of amps to worry about. Well, we actually had some mobile, or at least static anti-air. Ah, here it is, yeah. Screamers, and I believe because they do area of effect damage, these Screamers, yeah, they're actually managing to get rid of droves of these guys all at once, actually. Oh, and we've got Hacksaws coming in as well, actually. So these guys, well, they'll take out a few of our bombers, but really, that was a massive trade-off. That was definitely in our favour, and definitely plenty of reclaim as well from the dead wreckage. As opposed to the live wreckage, I guess. That's, you know, crawling around and trying to kill you. But anyway. Indeed. In any case, the detriment is out, and he actually is firing above the waves, so... We actually do have a bit of a wall-off here. What the fuck? Okay, and another detriment being built as well. This... Okay, why the hell was the wall-off done like this? Why isn't it complete? Just have a look at this guy's pathing. Then he tells part of the story. Yeah, you have to wall off basically this bit entirely, so... okay, this is very strange. Very strange indeed. Well, in any case, the... What's the hell? Oh, come on, man. Why is Dark Gel sending his army there? Okay, we've got some very interesting priorities for our armies, to say the least. And we've also got a battleship being built up as well, so... Given the fact that the detriment is heading this way, it probably will not get constructed. We'll see what happens though. My scallops are coming in. Will they save the day? Well, probably not on their own, to say the least. The big berthas, well, they will be able to do a bit of damage, although they're not firing at the detriment itself. They're firing at the enemy's base, which isn't such a bad idea, though they seem to keep on missing though. Detriment, unfortunately, does have plenty of health to spare. Sorry about that. Yeah, it does have plenty of health to spare. We're doing everything we can. My scalp's actually managing to get in range, doing a bit of damage, but yeah, detriment. Yeah, he's going to be sticking around for a bit of a while, actually. Penetrators should do a good job against him, actually. I'm pretty sure they've got better range, yep, just from visual inspection. And there we go, yep. Oh, okay, that's actually what Dark Gel's doing, is sending his shield bolts around. Well, not really sure if I agree with that, but whatever. He should be meeting the detriment pretty soon. The battleship was actually pretty surprisingly close to getting constructed, but nope, not meant to be. The Grizzly is trying everything it can against the detriment as well, and it is actually slowly but surely getting whittled down, so once it gets destroyed, this will provide us with plenty of metal to reclaim these berthas. Thank God for the... Oh, we actually got a Doomsday machine as well, actually. But anyway, thank God for these shields, actually. That's basically what's stopping these big berthas from getting blown up entirely. The Doomsday machine could have been put in a better spot, actually. We even got a Stardust, actually, of all things, shooting as well. And detriment is... It's really whittling down the shields, but there's still some shield strength remaining, actually. So this thing can't seem to penetrate the shields at all, and it actually seems to be stuck on the terrain. Strange enough, I've even got my scallops taking some pot shots at it. It's trying to get free, it's disarmed, and it is down. Boom, baby. Taking out, I think one of the berthas. This one's staying alive, thankfully, but yep, one of the berthas has gone down. Doomsday machine is still alive, as well as the Razor, but yeah, there we go. We do have quite a bit of wreckage to salvage from, and wow, actually very fast by Imadio Crizzes. He actually sends his cranes pretty much straight after the detriment gets destroyed. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, he basically sends in his detriment. Oh, sorry, not detriment. Sends in his builders as soon as it gets destroyed. And nope, he's actually deciding against that. In my opinion, probably be better off salvaging the detriment. Or actually getting more builders maybe to both salvage the detriment and maybe to rebuild the bigger Bertha. Or someone else could be bringing in builders to salvage like me and my conchas. But nope, I'm actually going to be finishing off the Warlord despite the fact that it's got next to no health. Well, it's actually almost completed, so it's actually not such a bad idea, especially since we don't have any scallops or anything for our opponents. We do have Crusaders though. Okay, there we go, we actually do have scallops on the western flank, but at the same time we do have Faraday's, Urchins. Holy crap, talk about scallop wreckage. If we could reclaim from that, that'd be great. They actually did manage to make the way a bit in land, but yeah, I reckon the defences we had there were definitely cost effective to say the least. Support, just dandy. So there we go, well, we've had our lands ravaged multiple times, but each time we've managed to repel the attack, and well, we've got plenty of reclaim to work with as well. In fact, we've actually got some dedicated caretakers being built just so we can actually reclaim that much more cost effectively in this general area. And the Warlord is, well, a minute to go, but once it is completed, well, we should be able to bombard them pretty well. What else do we have actually coming? What the hell? A Vindicator actually dropping off our own detriments. Okay then, well, I didn't even notice we're actually building one. Well, there we go. I'm sure it's probably happening just somewhere on the edge of the screen and I didn't notice. I can't believe I didn't even notice it actually. Yeah, even had points probably being, yeah, okay, points being added, you know, to goad Dark Gel into actually getting his detriment and dropping it off. And yeah, actually doing plenty of damage, dropping straight into the middle of the action, taking a bit of initial damage. But wow, it is really tearing the fuck out of everything, really. And now I've got a nice little follow-up with penetrators and such, destroying these Urchins before they can even do anything. You gotta have those beams of death, to say the least, although they do have their own penetrator, which is almost dead itself, actually getting cloaked and shielded at the same time. I'm going to be a pain in the ass. But, okay, that's interesting. Not really sure why my factory cancelled its orders, but there we go. Ah. I don't have repeat on actually, so whoopsie long, I didn't actually notice that, it seems. Oh god, but oh well. I guess my follow-up, yeah, definitely proving to do a bit of damage actually, if I do say so. Grizzly doing a bit of damage wherever it can, tanking damage, scallops also as well, mostly just for swarms of lesser units. And what the hell just got destroyed? Ah, okay, the Moho geothermal plant, I think. I believe that's what got destroyed, and the detriment is still making its way across. Our opponents... Sorry, it is making its way across, and our opponents don't seem to have any counter for it at all. And speaking of which, the battleship is up and running, and at full health actually. It can do a bit of bombardment actually. There's a couple of things to bombard. These sneaky Petes are a bit annoying in having things hidden, but there we go. Yep, now with stuff of our own coming in, yeah, my follow-up of... amphibious units will help reveal the stuff around here, then yeah, then the battleship can launch its shells, not even taking out an Urchin in a single shot. A single salvo, should I say. Quite amazing, actually. Detriment continuing to move around as well, and it's actually moving all the way to the bottom left, and it's actually going to be very fortuitous that it's doing so. Or maybe it's just the fact that that's where Dark Gel suspects that the singularity reactors are, but in any case, yeah, if you can nab these, that's going to be incredibly powerful, actually. And I think the water is shallow enough for this thing to use all of its weapons. We'll just follow that as we also follow other stuff as well that's happening. Unfortunately, most of my forces have been taken out. Well, actually, I do still have boys, strangely enough, and Grizzly is still alive as well, so doing a bit of damage here and there. This fancy little beam laser, as well as the penetrators, just doing damage all over the place. You gotta love these things, really. Look at that. My god, man, these things are just incredible when they're not getting shot at, of course, or getting swarmed. In fact, the beam lasers actually reminds me of the game... I think it was called Battleships Forever, or something like that, or Battle Cruisers Forever. I think it was called Battleships Forever, or something like that. Yeah, damn good game, actually. It's completely free, or at least it was last time I played it, or God knows how long ago. And yeah, well, battleships... we'll actually get access to all sorts of ships, really, but yeah, the biggest ships, they do get some very fancy laser cannons on them, to say the least. But yeah, so to say the least, my stuff is unfortunately getting forced back, everything getting disarmed, penetrators are getting whittled down. The detriment is going forward for Dark Gel, unfortunately I did miss out on the explosion of at least one of the Singularity reactors, and the second one actually, this one barely surviving. Damn it, I kind of wish that Dark Gel would actually come up a bit closer just to take this out. In fact, our opponents have not actually resigned yet. We actually do have a counter-attack of Scalps happening on the northwest. I don't think that's going to work. What is going to work is them taking out the Warlord though. Perfo sending it way too close. It's not an anti-sub unit, for God's sake. So it's just going to blow up and sink rather majestically, actually. Not bad. Great. Well, we do have plenty defenses set up actually in terms of urchins and all that. Although the Stinger could stand to get repaired, but well, we should be able to at least stimmy this scallop attack. And we're actually continuing to shoot up our opponent's bases as well actually with the... what the hell was that? Ah, okay, yeah, that was another Singularity blowing up, which unfortunately I missed. God damn it. But in any case, yeah, we're just continuing to show their bases with the Berthas. Do we actually have a... yeah, we've got a third one coming in actually, so 1, 2, 3... actually I could just select it next. Actually the... sorry, it's actually the fourth one, another one over here. Wow, there's definitely plenty firing on our opponents. They actually do have 2 aircraft carriers, bizarrely enough, but we do have anti-air against that. It's just a matter of hitting the reefs back and destroying them. I think the Behemoth can do that, but it's not. It's instead targeting something else. I don't know, no. What the hell is it targeting? It was not targeting anything by looks of things. Indeed. Oh well. Yeah, of course more Grizzlies and such myself coming in. Did I at least figure out that? Yeah, there we go. At least figured out that I was meant to be using the repeat order. Our own detriment is still alive. Actually, opponents, where is their detriment? Yeah, they got a detriment here. It's cloaked, but they're not really using it against anything. I mean, at the very least, Anti should be sending it to counter this detriment, because really, this thing is at near full health, really. Nothing has really scratched it, basically. And at the very least, it has been weakened, so one-on-one, the enemy detriment would win, because otherwise, you know, they're identical units. Although, actually, with Big Bertha supporting, actually, it's... yeah, actually, our own detriment might still win, bizarrely enough. And yeah, all these anti-nukes basically doing nothing, because we never actually built any nukes. Although, actually, no, wait a minute, I forgot, we actually do have 1 nuke silo done, and they actually are going to resign, so damn it, I was kind of hoping to see a 1 versus 1 detriment situation, but didn't quite happen. So opponents, well, both teams definitely played a good game, but we managed to edge them out. Those Berthas actually did manage to do quite a bit of damage in the end. It's just that, well, I don't really notice, you know, when their shots are hitting most of the time, but yeah, definitely doing quite a bit of damage. We managed to stimmy our opponent's advances into our territory after sustaining some damage, and managed to counterattack pretty nicely. Managing to destroy their detriment pretty nicely and getting free metal from that, so that was a pretty good win as well. And there you go. Building up into a bit of a snowball and destroying our opponents. So there you go. I shall see you all next time.